You would think that award shows would be a time and place to celebrate the achievements of yourself and your peers when you're in the entertainment industry, but there seems to be plenty of times where things just have been proven to not go off as was planned. From hip-hop shows like the Source Awards and BET Hip Hop Awards, to more general music awards like Grammys and VMAs, to even non-musical award shows like the Oscars, things happen. We're only human. Here's 8 times where things went left at award shows. Sticky Fingers fires off live rounds at the Source Awards. During the first annual 1994 Source Awards, the group Onyx, who had released their hit debut album Back the F Up the previous year, were nominated for multiple awards but didn't win any. When they got on stage to perform their song Throw Your Guns during the show, Sticky Fingers fired multiple live rounds into the air before starting their performance. This was one of the first incidents of rappers at an award show and set a precedent for later incidents to occur. According to interviews with Fredro Starr, a cousin of Sticky Fingers, when asked about it, he would state that Sticky Fingers did it because he was angry that they didn't win any awards and that the gun was removed before the police could find it on Sticky. Suge Knight disses Bad Boy Records at the Source Awards. In 1995, at the second annual Source Awards, the notorious Death Row Records label head Suge Knight dissed the head of Bad Boy Records, Puffy, with the infamous lines, "To all you artists out there who don't want to be on a record label where the executive producer's all up in the videos, all on the records, dancing, then come to Death Row." Although no name was mentioned, it was quite obvious at the time that Puffy and Bad Boy Records were the targets of the line, as Puffy was well known for being in the artist video. Basically wanting to get shine rather than just have the focus being on said artist. This would lead to more tension between New York and California rappers, as these were two of the biggest hip-hop record labels at the time. ODB gets on stage and interrupts Sean Colvin at the Grammys. In 1998, at the 40th Annual Grammys Awards show, Wu-Tang Clan was nominated for Best Rap Album of the Year, but lost to Puffy. Afterwards, Wu-Tang co-founder ODB rushed the stage while singer Sean Colvin was supposed to be receiving her award for Song of the Year, which was being presented to her by Wyclef Jean and Erykah Badu. This is the infamous Wu-Tang is for the children speech that people still reference when speaking about ODB even years after his passing.
But when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children. You know what I mean? Puffy is good, but Wu-Tang is the best, okay? I want y'all to know that this is ODB and I love you all.
He apologized shortly afterwards for the incident and said that he was moved by the speech that was given and he meant no disrespect. Multiple Source Award fights. At the 2000 Source Awards, a brawl between numerous people occurred. A lot of artists were rumored to have been beaten up in the incidents. For example, Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony and Havoc from Mobb Deep. DJ Quick's bodyguard apparently was assaulted as well, and when DJ Quick jumped in to intervene, the police restrained him and wound up letting him go, probably once they realized that he was attempting to de-escalate the situation. On top of this, apparently Death Row Records affiliates were on the lookout for Snoop Dogg, as Snoop had not left the label on the best of terms, and he had to be escorted out by bodyguards. Among all these incidents was also an altercation between Bay Area rappers E40 and Mac Minister, where allegedly Minister had aggressively approached E40 due to issues that he had with him and even touched his chain in an attempt to take it off, and then was beaten badly afterwards. Due to the incident, only 5 of the awards were able to be handed out before the show was shut down by the police. Young Buck stabs man who punched Dr. Dre at the Vibe Awards. At the second annual Vibe Awards, Dr. Dre was assaulted by a fan who allegedly wanted an autograph, but the man then punched Dre when he was getting ready to sign. A fight then broke out with G-Unit getting involved in defense of Dr. Dre and chairs being thrown and G-Unit member Young Buck stabbing the man who punched Dre. That man, Jimmy Jones Johnson, who was a rapper from Long Beach, was interviewed later on regarding the incident and stated that he did it because his music had gone missing while he was in prison, and some alleged that Dr. Dre had something to do with it, which led to him punching Dre at the award show. Kanye West interrupts Taylor Swift at the VMAs. At the 2009 Video Music Awards, Beyoncé was nominated for Best Female Video for the song Single Ladies, but lost to Taylor Swift's song You Belong With Me, which led to Kanye West getting on stage and interrupting her acceptance speech. I'm sure you all know the infamous lines, "Taylor, I'm happy for you and I'm gonna let you finish," but Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time. It was an embarrassing moment for some like Beyoncé and Taylor, and was responded to with a mix of screeches of surprise as well as boos from the audience. It became an internet joke for years to come and was seen by some as Kanye standing up for the inherent racism in these award shows, and seen by others as Kanye ruining a moment for Taylor due to his liquor or perhaps his own mental health issues, which would be on full display for years to come. 50 Cent's crew jumps gunplay at the BET Hip Hop Awards. At the 2012 BET Hip Hop Awards, MMG artist Gunplay ran into 50 Cent and crew, and a fight ensued, which allegedly occurred because of 50 Cent's beef with Rick Ross at the time, who was the head of MMG, the label Gunplay had been signed to. In some video footage, you could see someone who appears to be Gunplay thrown into a fence and getting back up to fight, as well as clearly hear Tony Yayo hyping up the altercation in the background. Also at this same event, Young Jeezy and Rick Ross got into an altercation backstage, which led to security and bodyguards breaking up the fight, and afterwards led to a member of Ross's crew allegedly firing shots in the parking lot. Once again, another award show with more than one altercation occurring between artists. Now, before we get to this last one on the list, remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, and also click that thumbs up button to like the video, as it helps the channel grow. Will Smith smacks Chris Rock at the Oscars. Last but certainly not least is the most recent of these award show situations. At the 2022 Grammys, Chris Rock was on stage to present an award and made a joke about Jada Pinkett starring in G.I. Jane 2, which many took as a shot at her now being bald, which is due to her alopecia, which is an autoimmune disease which causes hair loss. Many people in the crowd laughed at the joke, including her husband Will, who was sitting next to her. However, after he saw her looking visibly upset by the joke, he then got up, walked to the stage, and proceeded to hit Chris Rock in the face for the joke. Then he proceeded to walk to his seat and yelled out to Chris to keep his wife's name out his effing mouth, twice. Will Smith then went on to win his first ever Oscar and issued an apology to the viewers about his behavior that night during his speech. The incident is brand new and of course trending online everywhere, with many still questioning not only if that was the right thing for Will Smith to do, but also if the joke was in poor taste by Chris Rock, as well as if the whole thing was staged to begin with. Now, what do you think about these events? What would you like to see next? As always, leave a comment in the comment section below and stay tuned for the next video.